Hey guys, how you guys doing? In this video, I want to do a review of the Icybreeze air conditioner slash cooler ice chest. So I bought one of these off of Craigslist, off of somebody from Craigslist. I did not buy this directly from Icybreeze, but I'm going to give you guys a review of my impressions of this so far. So I bought the Icybreeze for about $200, and it sells, the very lowest it sells, it's about 250, 259, 260 on Amazon. If you guys buy directly from the website, I think it starts at 249, but that does not include insurance on here. So does it work? I'm gonna say that it kind of works. I mean, you're not gonna get ice cold air conditioning temperatures from the ice chest, but it does work. All right, you're gonna get a really nice cool breeze coming from the tube, or from the vents from this cooler. Now, it does melt ice really fast. If you guys are going to use this, you guys should probably use larger block ices, and fill it all the way up. But for what it does work. My only issues that I have with this is the price. All right, let's start the price. It ranges from $259 all the way to $260. All right, if you buy this for $249, all you're gonna get is a 12-volt charger. The next step up would be a 110-volt charger. The next step up from that would be a battery and a 110-volt charger. All right, so these are their selling points, and they have these prices on this unit for a reason. They want to give you guys selection on this product so that they could make the best amount of money that they can on this unit. So this unit is not worth $249 to begin with. I just want to start off from there. Obviously, it's I think it's a 36-ounce cooler, and you could probably buy one of these 36-ounce cooler from Walmart for about, I don't know, $25. The motor on here is probably a $10 motor. The water pump is probably a $3 water pump, and that's pretty much it. What you're getting from this unit is the fabricated vent system. Is pretty much what you're getting. You know, if you guys, I'm sure if you guys looking to get one of these, you probably went online, went on YouTube, watched a lot of videos on people who have tried to make one of these units where they put a fan or a heater core on there. Yes, the heater core. I also forgot about the heater core that it's in here. The heater core is about, I don't know, $26, $25. You can, but the heater core on here is specifically made for this unit. You could buy a heater core on eBay for, I don't know, $25. But the overall cost of this thing, probably, I would say, if you were to go out and buy the parts, and you can buy all these parts except for the specific heater core that's made for this unit. I think the heater core is specific for this unit. I haven't looked it up. But everything else on this unit you can buy on eBay. The water pump, you can get it for like $3-4. The motor itself, you can get that on eBay. It's a computer motor. It's really powerful. It really does blow a lot of air. They said 25 miles per hour, but I haven't really measured it. But you can buy that motor from eBay. The cooler you can buy from Walmart. The heater core I don't know if this is a generic heater core. It might be a generic heater core that you can buy from eBay. I haven't looked into the heater cores as far as buying them separately. But the overall cost of this unit, material-wise, probably, I don't know, probably like $50 or $60. But the reason why people would want to look at one of these units is they have no knowledge of how to build one of these things, or they can't, or they would rather not build one of these things. But like I said, the price you're paying for this unit is pretty much for the fabricated top part, where it has a vent system, a tubing system that blows out the air, and it keeps the heater core separated from the outside environment. I've seen a lot of these videos where they did a really good job, and it's a pretty simple setup where they did a really good job of as far as putting a heater core in it and in a cooler and cooling it down. But the only issue is the heater core is always, I've seen these videos, they're always exposed to the outside. They part of it is on the outside, one part of it is on the outside, the part of it is on the inside, and it's glued or attached to the top of the cooler. So it melts the ice pretty quick, as you know, as far as that's concerned, and you know, it's not as effective as it could be if that heater core was separated and covered up. And if you guys watch one of my videos where I tore down this unit, you guys could see that the heater core is on the inside of this unit, and you know, that's the reason why I bought this unit. If there was a video of this breakdown of this unit the way it is, I might have probably skipped it, gone to Walmart, eBay, picked up the parts, and then probably just try to fabricate the top portion, where, you know, you might be able to, I'm pretty sure you could pretty much just fabricate one of these units as far as the top portion and cover up that heater core. And you know, it shouldn't be too difficult, but I did not see a single breakdown of this unit, so I didn't do it. But as far as this unit is concerned, it's not really a complicated unit. It's pretty simple. The parts are pretty simple, and you could pretty much do it yourself for less than $100. My other issue is the water pump. That water pump that comes with it is a submersible water pump, and it works sometimes when it wants to work. If you guys have had one of these submersible water pumps, for whatever reason, I've had bought a couple of these submersible water pumps, and it kind of works when it wants to work. I don't know. It has to be set up, placed in a certain angle or direction where the water comes in. I don't know. That's one of the main issues that I had, was the water pump. I wish they would have made the water. They would have chose one of those water pumps that was not submersible, where you could put a tube in the water and have it pump the water that way. So I'm gonna assume that a lot of people who have had this unit probably may have had issues with the water pump not pumping out water when it should be pumping out water. Aside from that, the cooler itself, the main portion of the cooler, is well insulated. The top portion is not insulated at all, and I don't know why they did not insulate the top portion. They should have at least put some insulation on that top layer so that it keeps the ice from melting, so that it has enough insulation. I mean, I've watched a lot of these videos, and it says it could keep food cold or ice from melting for 6-7 days or something like that, 5, 6, 7 days. Which, no, that's not true. The ice probably would melt within a day or two, because the top portion is not insulated. The bottom portion is insulated pretty well. The top portion is not, and that's one of the issues that I had with it also. The other issue is the battery. Apparently, if you got one of these units with the battery, it's an NIMH battery, and it's you'd have to get specifically the battery charger cord separately, or if you got the highest version of this unit is 350, it comes with it. It does. The 12 volt does not charge this battery, and 110 volt cord does not charge the battery, because if it did, you would skip the more expensive models and got your own battery pack, put it in, and just connect the 12 volt to it, and so they wouldn't be able to sell the higher versions of this if it did, which is a pain in the ass to me. It's 250 is expensive to begin with, but then when you pump it up to 350 with these accessories that you could get for I don't know, like $20. So the highest version would probably be no more than $80. The lowest version probably be 50. I mean, if these guys were smart about it, I know it's a small company. If these guys were smart about it, they could probably sell this at Walmart or whatever for like I'd say like $100. $80 to $100, you would get a lot of people buying it. $250, I don't know. I don't think if you had an option of an air conditioner, you wouldn't be using this. The only reason why you'd be using this is if you were at the beach, if you were at some place where you think it's kind of hot, and a picnic or whatever, or in an RV that does not have air conditioning, you would use this unit. And even then, you would have to go out, buy a ton of ice, put it in, and then drain the ice, and then once that's done, and then buy more ice and put it in. Would I recommend this? To be honest, at $250, what are your other options? Your other options would be, you could go and buy. You could go and probably make one of these. You can make one of these with, I put a tear down of this unit, and you could probably go out and buy one of these, make one of these at a, for around, I don't know, $60-$70, and it would be pretty efficient. The only issue that you would have would be this top portion of it where it covers the heater core. And you could probably do that if from stuff that you could get from like Home Depot or whatever, Home Depot and Walmart. You should be able to at least fabricate the tubing, and maybe like buy an extra cooler or whatever for the top part of this, and that would work. So would I recommend this unit? To be honest with you, I probably wouldn't recommend this unit, even if you're one of those people who had no other choice but to get one of these units. And the only reason why I wouldn't recommend this unit, even for the most, for somebody who would rather not go out and make one of these, is because of the water pump. I mean, you could get like a $3 water pump from eBay and exchange it out if you're even remotely competent with changing up things, but if you're not, it's gonna be a $250 pain in the ass, because it kind of works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes, stuff like that. But aside from that, a lot of the plastic parts, the removable plastic parts that are inside are pretty cheaply made, I guess. They're not made of the best material. The cooler itself on the bottom is pretty good. The top portion, they should have insulated it, and as far as the inside little panel that contains the water pump and the tubing. Probably should have made that with better material. And as far as the heater core, the vent for the heater core is concerned, probably should have used screws that are deeper or longer screws, where you can screw it out and screw it in. Because I took this thing apart. I took the cover for the heater core inside the unit apart, and when I rescrewed it, the screws wouldn't it wouldn't screw back in without dropping off. The screw would not screw back in because I don't know, it needs longer screws pretty much. And the screws kept on falling out. I couldn't screw it back in. It kept on falling out because there was not enough surface area. But I'm going off tangent here. But also the little panel that held the water pump and tubing actually cracked. I mean, it cracked. There was a crack in it, and that's not because I bought it secondhand. It's made out of really flimsy material as far as that's concerned. So would I recommend this? I'm gonna say no, not for $250. Would I recommend this if this thing was $80 to $100? Yeah, I would recommend this thing if this thing was $80 to $100, especially if you guys know how to change up the water pump. I mean, I went and did a couple of things to it. I insulated the top portion of it. I changed the water pump, and that water pump probably would not. It's a cheap $3 water pump. That water pump would not last long, or it'll give you issues as far as pumping water. It'll give you issues as far as pumping water is concerned, into the heater core. But as of right now, it's not worth $240, $250. It does blow out cold air when the water pump works, but if you guys are considering this unit, also consider that you guys would have to fill it up with ice, and you guys would have to drain it when that's done, and you guys are going to have to buy more ice, fill it up with ice again. All right, and also consider that you guys will have to insulate the top portion if you guys want to use it as one of these coolers that keep food cold, or whatever you're keeping in there cold, for 3 or more days, because it will not hold food or beverage cold. It will not keep the ice from melting after a day, I don't think. The top portion of it is not insulated. The bottom portion is, but seeing as how a lot of cold could escape from the heater core tubing, and it could also escape from the top panel that's not insulated. Yeah, probably not the greatest of cooler as far as that's concerned. And you probably could make one of these, considering there is a breakdown of this currently online. You can make one of these, and you could probably make a better version of this, as you know, if you guys get a really good cooler that cools, that a 3-day cooler or a 5-day cooler, and insulate it well, and maybe find a way to fabricate the top part of this where the heater core is inside the system, where only a little part of it, cold air might dissipate from just the small part of the cooler. You could build a better version of this for a lot more cheaper price. So that's my review for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and please subscribe if you guys like this, and please give me a thumbs up, guys. All right, take care.